We're here with Jonah Bolden, new signing of the Sydney Kings, just signed a one-year deal. Jonah, has it sunk in to you yet that you're about to run out on the floor, that your dad ran out with the Sydney Kings colours on? Has that sunk in yet?
Yes and no. I think I'm super excited to get it going underway and in the process meet the team. Kind of like I said before, though, I think it'll truly sink in once I'm there in the uniform with the guys in the arena, hearing it. Getting goosebumps and ready to play. But I'm more excited than ever. Really, just having a little bit of familial history here, and growing up going to games with my dad. But yeah.
You spoke about your skill set translating here. Your ability to pass, your athleticism, your ability to shoot. What part of your game do you feel will translate the best here, and how excited are you to play the style of basketball that Sydney Kings have been famous for playing the past 2 seasons?
Yeah, I'm super excited in that manner too. I think personally, my one of the biggest things that will really kind of translate here is passing wise. Obviously, that's my game isn't necessarily shoot first. I've always kind of been getting guys kind of going has always been my thing. So passing, but also just getting the rebound, pushing the floor. Stretching the floor, shooting ability, and defensively too. I think sometimes I don't give myself enough credit defensively, the length and being able to clog up the middle. But that's one thing there that I think is really significant.
Can you walk us through the process of when you realized that you wanted to get back into the professional game again? When did that happen? And once you realized it, who was the first person you called? What was the first things that you set up to start that process?
Yeah, the process in and of itself, I think for me has been the last six months in terms of taking it this route, coming back pro. Really kind of a thing of just getting the itch, being back around the game, playing with guys. Then get myself more so back on court, doing more workouts. And then it was kind of I just came to after I think it was one workout a few months back where I was like let's kind of do this again, because I was really just seeing my body bounce back, doing different things, wellness and health-wise, and knowing that it's a good thing to utilize that potential and do myself right, and really kind of coming back to the game, and there's no better place I feel like to do it than home.
You talk about home. Have you processed yet that you get to live in Sydney again after what nearly a decade of not living here? The sun is shining today. Is that exciting for you?
Yeah, no doubt. My last few days that I've been here, it's been all sunshine, and I've been kind of just even taken aback in that manner, seeing how much the game itself has excelled and really taken a step up. And then to that, even myself knowing that I'm going to be coming back here to play at that level is kind of obviously a dream come true, in the sense back when I was growing up, it was you sometimes take it for granted living here, and everyone kind of wants to go to the NBA. Don't get me wrong, that is the dream, the highest ceiling for a player. But there's nothing better than coming back and doing it for your home city.
When you sort of put basketball on hold for a little bit, did your love for the game diminish at all? Did it change? And if it did, was there a point where it came back and that was part of the itch to return?
Yeah, I wouldn't say the love for the game. Sure, you could say diminished a little bit, right? I think that was as a result of me not being able to give as much as I felt I could have, situation-wise. But there's no hard feelings. I think it's a thing of I knew I just needed some time away to kind of, just take some thoughts and be with myself. Travel a little bit, get with family that I hadn't seen in so long. I never officially retired, so I knew that at some point I would get that itch, and it's something that's kind of in my membrane, really truly deeply ingrained in me since birth. So I knew that I wasn't going to go too far away, and so really coming back now and approaching it at that professional level is something that I'm really excited about.
So you're 6'10", super athletic, super skilled, can pass it. Do you feel as though this layoff has helped you better prepare to reach that potential than perhaps you would have if you hadn't taken that time off?
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, right? I don't like to talk too much about hypotheticals, what ifs, and futures, things that you can't really control. But I think if we're talking realistic, it definitely allowed for me, my body to kind of take some time back from the grind every day, Monday through Sunday, whatever it is, really, lifting, whatever. And so I took, I kind of went the wellness route, allowing the body to kind of slowly get back to its equilibrium, yogas, Pilates, some really just focusing on the diet as well, clean eating and things like that. So I think that has really helped prepare me for where I'm at now. I feel my body isn't as maybe sore as maybe it would have if diet was poor, or if I hadn't been doing anything. Obviously you can definitely say weight wise or whatnot. So I think altogether, I like I said, I knew I wasn't going away or retiring. I wasn't tying up the jersey or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think it all kind of came to one.
You talk about wanting to come back, embrace being in a professional environment again with teammates. How excited are you to embrace the challenge of a potential three-peat with this team that success is sort of in its DNA nowadays?
Yeah, super excited. I think as an athlete, or more to that as a professional athlete, that's kind of your goal. Whatever team you're on, you want to win the championship, and then come into a team like the Kings, like the organization that they are, coming off a back-to-back, going into a season where you have the potential to get a three-peat is even more exciting. Personally, my thing is always going to be with the guys and stuff day by day. It's a long process. Whether you have losses here, don't get too down on yourself. Whether you're on winning streaks, don't get too high on yourself. I think if you approach it really like in that manner and focus on the little things, getting with the guys and helping build each other up. From coaching staff down to the last guy. The sky's the ceiling.
Thank you, Jonah. Welcome to Sydney.
Thank you.